Hey, what's going on? Coach Jared here from Run Free Training. Today I want to talk about an injury that's probably impacted a lot of us, or if it hasn't, it might in the future. Achilles issues. It can be quite a problem to deal with as a runner, but I want to talk today about what you can do to alleviate some of that Achilles pain with probably some items you got laying around your house. I happen to have a trigger point massage ball here, which you can easily get at your local running store or on Amazon, or any sporting goods store is going to have a lacrosse ball. Both of these are great options to use to help alleviate that Achilles pain. Now, the first thing we want to talk about though is we all know where the Achilles is located, but I think it's so important to remember that we really want to address the area below and above the Achilles. So today we're going to start off first rolling out the foot. And you can see I'm in a kneeling position for a reason. I'm going to take this ball here and I'm gonna get that ball, and because I'm kneeling down, I can really dig in and apply quite a bit of pressure here to the foot to really loosen up the plantar fascia here, which ultimately is gonna run up to the Achilles. Now, as you're rolling your foot out here, you can start off with just some light rolls and applying a little bit of pressure. But then what you need to make sure you're doing is lift your toes and really flex that toe. You'll notice it really helps to stretch out everything in the foot and really open up that Achilles there. You can work back a little bit into the heel, but if that's really sensitive, I'd be careful with that. Really focus more on the plantar and really flexing those toes there. So, in addition to working the plantar fascia, we also really want to make sure we're addressing the soleus. The soleus is going to be located above the Achilles, but the soleus doesn't just stop right here. It extends all the way up behind the calf. So you can always start off with just some easy rolling here into the soleus if you can get in there deep enough. But what I like to do is take an extra ball, put one ball underneath, lean into it, and really dig into that muscle, okay? You really wanna work that muscle so you can really open up and loosen up that soleus. Again, as that soleus works up, we wanna address that as well. So you can continue moving the ball up as you need to, but what I really like to address with this is take your ball, place it behind your leg, and then you're gonna squeeze into your hamstring. And that in itself is already gonna provide a lot of tightness I can feel loosening up here. And then from here, you're gonna start to dorsiflex the foot up and down and even side to side in small circles to really help to loosen up that area. Helping to loosen up the plantar fascia and the soleus all the way up is really gonna help to alleviate that Achilles pain. And the other suggestion I would make is make sure you're heating that area as well. That will help to increase blood circulation to help heal the Achilles a little bit faster. Okay, so let's talk about when and how long we should be doing this. I would recommend doing a little bit of light massaging, like I've showed you before your run, 20 to 30 minutes before. But I would really recommend doing a more aggressive approach to this later in the day after you finish your run when you're not gonna be too sore from this mobility. I like to do this type of stuff, honestly, right before I go to bed, so it helps to calm muscles down right before I sleep. As you're doing this exercise, I'd recommend doing it for 2 to 3 minutes as you work your way up in each section. If you do find one section that's really tight, you almost can feel a knot in that section, I would hold that for another minute as you work through it. But stick to doing this as often as you can. Really try and get this done at least a couple times a day, but more heavily later in the day when you've already finished your main run.